calm and serene, then what happens? All the delusions that we are in now, they also disappear. It's like a magic. This world is so important, so much of source of anxieties, worries, fear, uh, but that becomes meaningless when one can calm down their mind. So, what to do is how our mind, and then the world pollution, problem of the world and worldliness will dissolve. All suffering is in mind. This whole universe is based on your mind. This world is all joy to a person who is a mind is cheerful. The same world, another, the same place, people standing are in deep agony and pain because of their mind. So this is the point. If sanjana, if one can control, self-control, the mind itself, then all these vagaries of world and bodiness will just lose their ground. Now, second verse said, the changeable universe, this samsara in which we are living, it appears and disappears. When? It appears in the blooming, blossoming of the mind. When the mind becomes waking up, with the mind, this world appears, and when the mind disappears, the world disappears. When the mind goes to sleep, is it not? Look at that, this world is now here. When you go to sleep, what happens? This world disappears. You will say, no, others see the world. It is not the question of what other people think. It is your own subjective experience. How long is this world to you? So long you are awake, your mind is awake. Your mind goes to sleep, this world vanishes. There's no existence, no importance of that world at that moment when your mind is not in this world. So depending on the mind, so if you can withdraw the mind in such a way, the world will lose its all strength. Here, now that I am in the world, if someone says a single word, I may get excited, I may get wounded, I may be hurt. And the same, again, if my mind is not there, so you praise me or you blame me, it matters little. I'm not there, I've not heard it. So whole world depends on mind. Therefore, control the mind, master the mind, and make it still. You can do that still, world will disappear. Because you cannot do that. Mind is in the ripple and bumping and jumping and all the time howling. And that's why all the suffering and pain is coming. So no one to blame. It is you to blame. You are allowing the mind to dance in the way the world is making. But you are not able to control the mind. So this is the advice. Therefore, make the mind, therefore, free from vibrations. Page 61, the bold line English translation. When I follow all this book, I say the page mark, means you have to check it where I am reading. Because we have read it, I am recapitulating it. Page 61 in the middle. The changeable universe, this samsara, appears and disappears with the blossoming of the mind. And its absence. When it's absent, mind is absent, the world is gone. The mind is present, it is so real. Just if someone pushes an anesthetic injection, just this moment, this world will disappear for me. And when my mind is active, all these reactions, actions are going on. So, how to control? How to control our suffering? You cannot control outside. Outside will go on like this. But as soon as you withdraw your mind, the world vanishes for you. It has no importance at all. So try to master your own mind. That is the instruction. So it says, make the mind, therefore, free from vibrations. That means that is our spiritual struggle. Every day what you do, you sit for meditation. Mind vibrates, one thought, another thought, another thought, another thought. Always mind is vibrating. Is it not? Whenever he is thinking of any thought, it is vibration. And now cool the mind. Let the mind be peaceful. What will happen? Instantly you will find there's all these vagaries of life and it's all its anxieties, worries, pain, suffering. Gone. It is not there at all for you. For you is the question. Spirituality is subjective. Spirituality is not objective. Because Christ came, Christ was in freedom, not that the whole Jerusalem was in the vibrating in spiritual freedom. No. Ramakrishna realized the highest truth. He was in a everlasting joy. Not all the people in the Dakshineshwar in Calcutta who visited him, they are not in joy because their mind is vibrating in the world and his mind is totally calm and serene. So, this is the practice. Try to master your own mind and make it vibration free. And then, how it will help? By control. How will you do that? By controlling the latent desires and mastering the breath. By pranayama, pranic control, and also by working on the latent potential expectations which is lurking behind the mind. I want this, I want to have it, I want to go there, I want to see this, I want to have this. Always something is coming. How it is coming up? Because there is a latent, powerful thing behind which is pushing the mind to run this way, to run that way, to run that way. So try to manage here. That is the problem solved by Ayurveda and also what is called homeopathy and versus allopathy. Allopathy tries to stop the medicine or with the medicine. What? Just stun, just give a slap. Hey, stop from the superficial, but the cause remains in the bottom. And Ayurveda and homeopathy, they don't treat the symptoms. They go to the root. Why it is happening? And they try to correct there itself. So spiritual life is like that. You go to the root cause of all suffering. You can smash the top and clear it for a moment. But all the roots are there, which is any moment it sprouts again and again and again. So that means whole focus should be your own spiritual practice to cool the mind and make it vibration free by pointing your attention to the latent impression. Why are you suffering? Because you expect. Why are you doing this? You have something to gain from the world. But is it so? You have tried how many times? But you got it. Millions of times we try to get our joys and our satisfaction from the external, but never we got it. We again get frustrated. From our childhood, we think that we carry a student. What is the thought of a student? Student thinks, I will be very happy if I get a plus A. Okay. A grade, A plus. Okay. I am the first boy. I am this. Okay. Then what? You finish your school. Then what? Oh, I'll have to go to college and then learn this and I'll get a good thing. I'll do. Okay. Then what? I'll get a good job and this and then what? Then you get a good job, you earn good money. Then what? I have a house, I have a car. Okay, then what? See? It is not stopping. It's always taking us further and further and further and not giving us satisfaction. So how to solve that problem? Rather, adjust here. Little screw tight here in your mind, expectation. Why I am so much forced and prompted by whatever is inside, always pushing me to do this, do that, do that. Do I need that? Even if I get it, I will never be satisfied. So analyze that way. No? So to look at the latent impression, where the root, why I am dissatisfied, why I want that. Suppose I got it, what will happen? So try to concentrate on that thought. Then it will have less impact on me. I will not be so much drawn into it. I will never be forced or guided by that latent impression. And pranayama means breath control. because breathing and mind has so much control, connection. Therefore, if the breath is calm and serene, you see that your mind is also calm and serene. When breath is very restless, either you are angry, either emotional, or either you are unhappy, that is the sign of restlessness. Mind restlessness, breathing also restless. Mind is calm, breathing is also become soft. Anyhow, so these are the two ways. Now, third verse we are reading today. Ayang hi sa vikalpatha, page 64. Ayang hi sa vikalpatha, savikalpya parikshayat, savikalpa parikshayat, kshiyate dagdha samsaro, kshiyate dagdha samsaro, nishara itya samshaya, nishara itya samshaya. Ayang hi savikalpatha, savikalpa parikshayat. This universe, which is created out of one's mental modification, vanishes as a non-substantial, burnt-out being upon the destruction of the mental resolutions. That I discussed just now. This universe is created by our mental projection. And I look at the world, my mind is very happy. I see everyone is happy, happy, happy. My mind is that day very restless. I see the whole world is gloomy. The world is not gloomy. In the same place, 20 people are seeing this world as full of joy, and 20 people are seeing full of misery and pain. So it is the mind is interpreting. It is the interpretation of the mind. So what to do? Now this universe which is we are living in on page 65, did you get it? All of you? Yeah. Page 65 top. Yeah. This universe which is created, how is created? You see, this is the point, very important point. It is created. Who created? Did I create? No, it's God created. But no, this book is saying created by out of one's mental modification. You are creating your world. My God. You are creating this world. No. You have to understand. Panchadoshi, we referred many times. There is one creation made by God. God has created the one palm tree. They say rose, sun, moon, stars, earth. No? That is God's creation. But you like this sun, you hate this sun. You like this flower, you dislike this flower. You like this person, you don't like that person. You like this beauty, you like this as to beauty to you is not beauty to others. Good to you is not good to others. What is making the difference? God created the same thing. Is it not? So you are creating. Your problem starts from your creation. How you look at the thing already there. Got it? This is a very important point in spiritual life. God has created this whole universe, undoubtedly. But that is not a problem. When my choice over it comes, I like, I dislike, there is my world. My suffering is there. My joy is there. So I am in the samsara, in the duality. If you raise your consciousness that I have no likes and dislikes, see? No choice. Everything is divine. Everything is God. I accept everything as it is. Only realized people can do that. There is no expectation. There is no rejection. Because it is all God's creation. Who am I? Even you is His creation. So why are you now? We are all robots. All robots have been directed by somewhere else, the controlling force. So why robot does not take part into any action, good or bad? So you are all robots. We are all robots. Think of the robot and think of your body, anatomy and all the connection, neuro connection, this, that. Is he not a robot? So why robot has his own choice? Robot has no choice, but human robots has choice. I like, I dislike. I'm happy, I'm unhappy. So I create my world, you create your world. Get out of that, your own creation. See as God has created. Man as man. Tree as tree. Everything is his own creation. He's a big artist. In his own creation mode, he created everything out of joy. You enjoy that bliss. Why are you putting your likes and get attached to it? I dislike and hate it. So you are in trouble. Why you are creating that? Don't create, and freedom is yours then. Understand? Problem is not God's creation. Problem is our creation. Now, get it. This point is, did you get it? That's my point. Then I'll go to the next point.
Yeah, are you saying basically we don't create the world, but we create our experience of the world?
Our impression about the world. A child looks at the world, how many candies they can get, and where is the good candies? There's a good mommy, good auntie, good aunt, all give candy. Huh? And child wants some toys or doll, and if you can satisfy, he's good. That means satisfying the desire of the baby, you become good or bad. Similarly, if anything I want and I get it, it's I am happy. If I don't get, I am desire and hungry. But it is all creation of one reality. And one reality is manifesting in thousands and millions of ways. One truth manifesting in so many ways. So if one is manifesting in so many ways, you are a manifestation of that also. So why are you choosing I like and dislike? That is, we are bound because we are in the mind. Our mind tells us, oh, this is I like. Mind says, hey, I hate it. I can't look at that person. It's such mean. Yes, who teaches? It's my mind. But it's also God's creation. And you are playing with God. So no one should be unhappy or happy. So that's the point. Take the position of the Creator God. That means go back to His eyes, to try to see the world from perspective of the Creator. Creator creates out of joy. There is nothing silly. There is nothing bad. There is nothing ugly. It is all for joy. God's creation. Our choice comes. Our mind creates this delusion over that, and then we fight, we cry, and we. Now your question. Ted, what do you want to say?
A minute ago, you gave me the opportunity to ask a question I wouldn't dare ask otherwise. Just as if we're robots. Well, as a bionic man, I always wonder if I'm looking right at what's in front of me right now, which includes yourself, but I'm seeing it through the retina of the eye and on a screen in the back of my head. So there's a question there that I just can't answer. Am I looking out at something or am I looking at, there isn't any world.
If you say that way, everything is delusion. But yes, your physical world I see. Even if you see the physical world, you will not be bound if you have no choice of likes and dislikes. And that is a state of Brahmajnana. The Brahmajnanis don't have any choice, likes and dislikes. Everyone is equal to them. The Holy Mother, seeing everywhere, my child, my child, my child. No, all the spiritual, illumined people, they see the same reality everywhere. So they have no problem with the world. But we have problem every day. Living is a problem.
It's a conditioning that we have to see in duality. Brahman is bliss. And the reality is it's all there is. There's nothing but that. Rasa.
Right. Our mind is creating this. Yeah. So that's why the spiritual life is mind.
To see.
Right. And Parama, what did you say?
I said, you create your experience of this world. You don't create the world itself. You create your experience of the world.
Yeah. And my experience is my world.
Right.
I don't want to see what your experience.
Right.
My experience, I ate the food, it is hot. Hot for me. You ate the same food, you realized it. It is not hot for you.
Yeah.
So you see, food remaining the same. It is becoming my experience versus your experience. And when you are doing the experience, how do you do the experience? You depend on your tongue, you depend on your nervous system carrying to the brain, you depend on your mind, whether mind is there or not. Your analytical mind should be saying, oh, it is too hot. Yes, I know that is not hot, this is hot. Huh? And my experience, all these factors are polluting the experience. So if they are all clean in every level, you will view the world in the eye of God. My projection is withdrawn. Then what remains? That remains. So this is really a great science. Spirituality is a great science. If we can think in this way, the world is neither good, neither bad. All these atrocities going on, yes, from our normal human life, it is bad, it is good. But for the illumined soul, it's not fun. Ramakrishna said it is God's play. No? See, that's the example of that sadhu who was beaten by some other group of religious people, and then he was taken back and he was unconscious. After a long time, he's coming back to consciousness. He was asked, who has done this to you? And see the holy man, what he said? He who is feeding me, he has beaten me. For him, it is one, because that veil of this division of this, which the impression or the experience done through the impure mind being gone, you don't experience through impure mind. It is transparent, as clean as possible. Therefore, the full blaze of light comes out there. And for us, if the color through which we see the coloring as the covering, mind is colored, so the same thing appears to my glass is colored. I see the whole world in that color, blue, blue, green, green. Huh? So this is to change this glass.
Well, is it purity or is it intellectual? You're saying it's purity. It's not what I think, it's how pure my mind is. It's causes what I think.
Yeah, but when we see through the same mind, intellect don't make a distinction. They're all the same. If your mind is pure, your intellect is pure, your ego is pure. It's a package. The full package called one. Okay, so
Swami,
huh?
the language of Vedanta would say that the upadhis are a result of our delusion of Maya. So, are the terms Ishvara Srishti and Jiva Srishti more from a dualistic tradition?
Yeah, it is. Every word you say, it is a dualistic. Anything you try to explain, it is a word. Word comes from intellect.
But Vedanta would not really make that distinction. It would rather say it's an upadhi that comes out.
Say upadhi also, you are giving another word only.
Of course. But every tradition is a different
The vocabulary is different. This is for our practice. Spirituality, these mantras are not for only reading, but to say that this universe which is created out of one's mental modification, my mind is telling me this. I am accepting the world in that perspective. And this same mind tells us sometimes another way. I experience it that way and I am happy with that or unhappy with that. So why I shall be a slave of my mind which is not trustworthy? This mind shows me this time this, another time this. Is it not from our, look at our everyday activity. Morning time you thought that it is one way. Afternoon you, after much contemplation, you said, no, that is not right, this is right. No? We change all the time.
Yeah. There's a poet, I don't remember who, that said beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So it's not in the object, it's in our mind, our likes or dislikes. like
Yeah.
at how we interpret it.
How you interpret that. That's true. That's why beauty actually, you see, some person sees beauty in one way. 20 people may be there. One person may be the object of that judgment. Everyone will experience differently according to that. That's why only whose judgment is right, who has clarity of vision. That's why in the Himalayas there is a word. The sadhu is, when one sadhu sees another sadhu, they say one beautiful word. They say, "Kya darshan saaf hai?" Is your vision clear or it is hazy? You see the world because your cloud, my mind is hazy. So they say, "Aapko darshan saaf hai?" Is it clean? Huh? Or it is colored. Whatever color you see, if I put any color on my glass, I'll see the world the same way. That does not mean the world is colored. So clean the mind. That is the whole spiritual tradition. Shankaracharya said in Viveka Chudamani in support of this. Oh, I have not said. Dhyanis is created out of one's mental modification. It vanishes as a non-substantial, burnt out being. Suppose like a camphor. Camphor appears to be there. When you burn it, flame comes. At the same time, you don't find any trace of camphor even. That's the best example given. When we see through the mind, you see through the mind a square or rectangle size of camphor. And then you burn it with knowledge and analysis this way. Then it is burning and it burns and the shape of the camphor is also burned. And ultimately, when the burning will be off, you see, camphor is also gone. So what is there? That was there, that is there. So this truth remains and all these modifications evaporate. And then you become a Jivan Mukta. Mukta, free, while living in the body. You live in the body, but you are free at the same time. Because you are not entangled by its suffering and pain and pleasure and anything. That oneness knowledge. So, destruction of the mind burnt out upon the destruction of the mental resolution. So, stop resolving in the mind. Live in the world, but don't say, I want this, I want that, I want that. Okay, in my life, yes, I'll go. But don't hang on. Don't cling to that. Whenever we cling to anything, there is the starting point of our suffering. Let things come. We go through that. And we have some expectation. If it happens, okay. If it does not happen, say, it is God's will. It's God's creation. So I can disassociate. So there is no doubt about it. Shankara said, 65 page, Viveka Chudamani, quoting that, the net of non-self desires has concealed the desire for self-realization. What has happened? Our desire to know who we are has been covered, concealed by non-self, which is not Atman. This is not Brahman. It's not consciousness. Consciousness has been covered with unconsciousness. Like that, the sun is covered by the cloud. Cloud is what? Cloud is produced by whom?
By sun.
By sun itself. So the cloud being created by the sun has such a power, it covers the sun itself. So similarly, the eternal sun which is in all of us is covered by this network of non-self. That means matter. This concept of this world and worldliness. Self-knowledge radiates and manifests spontaneously when the latent desires got totally destroyed due to the continuous and one-pointed love for the self. That's why every day if we love our own self, not this self, this is a small self. We love our small self. If we love our real self, and if we continuously do that, then this identity with the small self will be withdrawn and it will go into the real self. Focus is here. Kathopanishad says, our focus is all seeing the outside. Now turn the camera inside, selfie, and then see what is within. So withdraw from here and come back here. So that should be the
Beautiful lines, Swami. Please read them for us from the Vivek Churamani.
Anatmo Bhashana Jalai Sthiro Hitatma Bhashana. Atma Bhashana Sthiro. It is lost by Anatma Bhashana Jala. Just like casting a net. The net of Anatma is matter. This is the apparent reality. This is true. Nitya Atmanisthaya Tesham. Nitya means all the time. Atmanishtha means one-pointed love for Atman, the real self. Nase Tesham Nase Bhati Sayam Sputa. It will be destroying your what is you are not. The truth will reveal itself. Just take out the covering. Take out the cloud. Sun will be there, shining. You need not to bring sun back from some unknown place. God will not come from some unknown place. God is here and now. Only remove that cloud, then what will find? You remove the cloud, the sun is there. You need not create sun. You did not have to bring sun. What is your duty? To remove the cloud that is covering. So here is God. Here is divine now and here. Only we have to do. Don't say, oh Lord, come. I mean, Lord is standing here. Remove what is covering your vision. Take out that. That means your latent impression, which is only looking at the outside to get happiness, get peace, get joy, likes and dislikes, is all in anatma, non-self. Detach from that and you see what is inside. Now, fourth verse. What is meant by the dissolution of samsara through the practice of knowledge? That is being now discussed. What? Purigyanena sarpatvam. Purigyanena sarpatvam. Chitra sarpasya nashyati. Chitra sarpasya nashyati. Yatha tathaiva samsara. Yatha tathaiva samsara. Sthita eva upashamyati. Sthita eva upashamyati. Parigyaneno sarpatvam. If you jnanam, they have not said parigyaneno. If you know, then what is sarpa? Sarpa means snake. Parigyaneno sarpatvam. Chitra sarpasya nashyati. That sarpa or the snake which is painted on a canvas, that delusion will go high. If you know really what is snake, really snake moves, really snake has a hood. If you really know that, and when you see a painting of a snake, you will not be frightened by that. Because you don't know the real snake. Seeing a painting of snake, you get upset. So similarly, this world appears to you so painful or suffering, full of suffering, because you have no real sense what is called the sarpa, what is the real snake, what is the real reality behind. Yatha tathaiva samsara. Exactly in the same way, this samsara, this world, sthito eva, what is existing, upashammati, it disappears. This world and worldliness goes away. Say, page 66 at the top. As through the right knowledge alone, the erroneous cognition of a snake painted on the canvas is destroyed. Similarly, only through the knowledge of the oneness between Brahman and Atman, the world appearance, though seeming to exist, it dissolves. This world will be no more of any value, no more of any existence. This existence of the world will be a fun. You'll have to see that how I was thinking of this as truth and how I was suffering from this delusive experience. It's like in the dream, what happens, you see, in the dream, there is a horrible dream. And when the dream comes, what happens? You cry, you weep, no? But when the dream breaks, it seems so meaningless. Why he was so afraid? Because it is ignorance, not knowing. So here also not knowing, we are all affected. Mohidar, in his commentary, she says below that line, page 66, the knowledge of the painting destroys the false idea that the painted snake and also the fear that arises consequently. In the same manner, the misapprehension of the world illusion is perfectly dissolved by the knowledge of oneness between Brahman and the self. As the painted snake is not a real one, similarly, there is no real world, only the world illusion. That's a very strong one. Occasionally, it pushes us into a very hard area. The world does not exist. The real snake not there, only a painted snake. Nothing to worry about. No one can kill you. You are eternal. You are birthless. Don't be fooled by the apparent experience of your reality. Snake is an appearance in the painted canvas. It is not real snake. So this world is an appearance. It is not real. And that's why we always analyze this world is unreal. Why unreal? Because it is not the same. It appears this moment one and next moment another. Next moment another, next moment another. So in the Yoga Vasishta, you can go to note quickly. Vasishta repeatedly told his disciple Rama, what he said, "Oh Rama, in reality, this world does not exist at any point of time. It means that there is no empirical object at all. Everything is mere imagination, illusory appearance, like a dream. Though such instruction that arthadhyasa, what is arthadhyasa? You want to go to those complicated things? Then get the footnote. The superimposition of an object on a substratum, Brahman, is destroyed. Jnanadhyasa, not Jnanadhyasa. Means the superimposition of the knowledge of the former world on the knowledge of the later remains. That means after you're at the point of experience, you can understand this is all Brahman. No? But when you come back again, you will see the apparent universe. The appearance of the snake in the painting remains. This world remains as it is. But as a knowledge brings the idea that it cannot hurt you. Snake will not hurt you. The world is not going to hurt you. The world is not going to give you pleasure. It's just a canvas painting. It has no reality. No? This knowledge will be there. It will create that misapprehension. To the knowledge that is in painting, this apprehension of the live snake in the painting is destroyed. Similarly, after one attains knowledge of Brahman, though the world is dissolved, the appearance of its reality remains. However, the feeling that the world is real does not remain anymore. The wise one knows it as mere illusion. So this is the point. After knowing Brahman, what happens? Ramakrishna went into Samadhi when he came back. Did not he see this world? Did not see, I will drink, I will give me rasagullas, give me jalebi, like that. It's a real. But it is that it's tremendous, what you call the reality, that part is gone. As we are now, we see the world very real. Everything is real. If you say someone is in problem and you give some advice of this type, they say, this is intellectual. I have to face these challenges. No? For us, this is more real than your philosophical talk. But when you realize God, what will happen? When you come back, the world will disappear. No, you will see, you will eat. Ramakrishna had all these spiritual children around, all the devotees around. No, he's coming to Calcutta in a hackney carriage. He's going here, he's dying there, he's falling down, he's breaking his arm. All these things is happening. But it lost its validity, lost its strength to overpower him with ignorance. That is the point. Appearance remains, but it does not frighten. Oito, Sri Ramakrishna, throat cancer and everything. It is there, but he is not affected by that. Swami, Mahapurush Maharaj Shivananda, his body is having tremendous asthmatic problem in those days. There is no oxygen supply or anything. Whole night, it is a terrible condition. Almost breath goes out now. And whole night he suffered like that. And then morning time when some devotee comes and says, Swami, how are you? I'm okay. I'm perfectly okay. I have no problem. And his attendant says, Swami, you didn't sleep whole night. Whole night is a terrible night. Oh, you are talking about the body. See? They are separated in such a way. You have to remind him, oh, you are talking about the body. Yeah, yesterday was a bad day. Huh? So normal consciousness goes beyond body consciousness. But body comes in between because so long his mind is again put down into, but that cannot bind them. For us, this pain is pain. God is not there at all. But for them, God is the reality, and this pain comes and goes. It has no validity. So this will happen.
So then can we say that a realized soul will only derive pleasure out of holy experiences?
Yeah, they may sometimes express their pain and agonies when they're in the body level, but next moment you see that they are not there. This world will be there, they will not be affected. That's the point. But in certain point when they are in the body, as I give you the example, Swami Turiyananda, this carbuncle and this doctor's operation without anesthesia. Huh? So anesthesia is going on. He is not affected by that. But next day when his mind was in the body and doctors tried to cut the stitches or something without telling him, and he jumped out. He is where is the mind? In the body consciousness or in God? But when they come down, they behave like us, that's why. They talk like us, they eat like us, but they remain in joy because the flow of undercurrent of joy, flow of that experience of the Satchidananda remains so much strong inside, this apparent thing does not have any value, ultimate value. That's called Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means they are liberated while in Ramana Maharshi. Here is problem. Health problem is health problem. But for his inner experience, that is so dominant that the outer experience does not overwhelm it. Outer experience of the snake on the canvas, he sees the canvas on the snake, but he never mistakes it as real. We mistake it. We see this world, it's so real. But for them, it is a canvas on which this world is painted and the movement is going on. Panchadoshi gives this example on the page 67. In reality, that which is not there, yet appears in the perception, is verily unreal, like an elephant and so forth, seen in a dream. This is the example given in Panchadoshi, verse 2.70. In reality, that, middle of the page 67, which is not there, yet appears in the perception. It is not there, but appears in the perception, is verily unreal. What is unreal? It appears in your perception, but is not in reality. You go to see the magic show, and magician is showing you something which is not real, not there, but you see it. We call it is unreal. Huh? Why it is unreal? Because though you are seeing in your experience, but in reality it is not there. is very unreal, like an elephant. Suppose an elephant, you saw last night in your dream that you were in a forest and some elephants were there, zebras were there, or tiger was there. Now, you saw that. Does not mean it is there. It is in your mind. In the dream mind, dream world has been created. And if I am sitting there when you are dreaming the elephants and tigers and in a deep forest, I see there is nothing. You see in your mental created world. So that is the point. It is we, the realized people will do that. Next page, 68. It says, to the ignorant, the world is full of sorrow. So, who are these ignorant? We are all ignorant. For us, the world is full of sorrow. But in the vision of the wise, the world appears to be full of bliss. A man with eyes or vision sees everything as a fully manifested, though to a blind person, the three worlds are full of darkness. It's a physical example. If my eyes are gone, the three world is all dark. But who have the eyes, they see the beauty, they see its charm, it sees all the distinctions. So, to an ignorant person, the world is full of sorrow. So, it proves that we are all ignorant. So, we need to be wise. Now, the fifth verse. Through discrimination alone. So, how I can get out of it? That's the next question. So, only means is discrimination. You can go to pilgrimage, you can go to temples and churches, chant mantras. These are helpful, but that will not remove. Your knowledge only will remove this ignorance. Ramakrishna said, in a dark room of 1,000 years, you bring a matchstick and the darkness vanishes. You may cry, oh, darkness, darkness, when it will, oh, who can help me to get out of the darkness? Darkness will remain. Strike a match of knowledge. This is the knowledge we are reading. Then the darkness will vanish. No other way. So, verse number 5. Pungsha nijo mano moho. Pungsha nijo mano moho. Kalpito dusmitaha. Dukkada smitaha. Samsara chirovetalo. Samsara chirovetala. Vicharena viliyate. Vicharena viliyate. On different books will give you different idea. Bhakti school will say, take the name of the Lord. Yoga school will say, sit, come down your mind and try to see the Lord in your heart. No? Karma Yoga will say, do your all action thinking that you are offering to God. But his Jnana Yoga will say, only do analyze. Day and night analyze the world. What am I seeing? Is it real? It is like an elephant and tiger seen in the dream. When I move to another experience, it vanishes. Suppose I am now in Hollywood. The Hollywood experience is going on with me. Yesterday I was in Phoenix, in Las Vegas. Las Vegas experience was my experience. So what is true? Is this true or that is true? So wherever we live, our mind is there, we live there. So you purify the mind, then you will see the divine. Only discrimination. Vedanta books will say discrimination or analysis from the right from the wrong, this type of firm, critical separation from impermanent to permanent, permanent to impermanent, that is the only thing which can give us freedom. So, its translation on page 69, top. This samsara, this world in which we live, is considered as a long-lasting, pain-giving ghost. Ghost means it has no permanent existence. But it's a ghost. It gives pain for the time being. So it is a ghost. And what it does is a long-lasting pain-giving. This as if I am seeing the world from the day I was born. Still I am today in this age of 7 decades, hitting to the 8 decades. Till the experience is so real. No? And it is not only real, it is pain-giving. How much is joy in life? Tell me. Who can say, oh, this world, I was very happy all the time. So much pain, so much frustration, so much loss, so much. So where is the joy of it? But this goes on. This is the ghost, non-existing ghost. But that moment it gives us the pain. So this samsara is considered as a long-lasting, pain-giving ghost and is created, how it is created? Created out of one's own illusory mind. Come to the point. Who has created? Don't blame. Because of him, because of her, because of this, I am trouble. Vedanta says, take the burden on you. It is you have created. Your illusion is giving you that suffering. Remove your illusion. Be bold. Yes, my illusion, my misunderstanding, my misapprehension, my, what is called, cognition about the object, the way my mind is colored. No one, dos karu nai goma ami shakha tu sholile dube mori shama. Dos karu nai goma. Sri Ram is going to sing this song. There is no fault of anyone, O mother. Those karu nai goma. I drown myself in the well which I have created. I have created my well and I am sinking there and I am blaming, hey, he did that, she did that. So, get out of it. It is you who can do that. It's analysis, discrimination. So it says this samsara is considered as a long-lasting, pain-giving ghost and is created out of its own illusory mind that ceases to exist to the right type of discrimination. This will go away if we know how to analyze it, how to discern it from the permanent and impermanent. No? If we can do that, it will vanish. It will lose its strength. That's why Mahidhara also supports the idea. This universe, which is imagined or manufactured out of the infatuation of one's own mind. It's a beautiful word. Infatuation of your own mind is like a long-lasting ghost only. This universe is Brahman. Brahman is my true self. By this type of discrimination of the reality alone, this samsara is obliterated. Therefore, since it brings sufferings, one's only duty is to destroy that ghost through discrimination. So destroy this discrimination by this. What is the discrimination? This universe, as I see, it is all Brahman. The Brahman is my true self. Brahman is my true self, and the world I see is also Brahman. And all other thing is misapprehension, misreading of my mind. My mind reads this way and reports to me, and I react that way. But it is only truth is there. So this is very. So you can read the notes there, but I'll just read one paragraph. It has been mentioned here, note 2, page 69, that by discrimination, the samsara gets annihilated. Discrimination means what? The right knowledge which originates out of discernment, right type of analysis. If the samsara is rooted in ignorance, then its destruction is possible only through knowledge. If it is ignorance has created this world, so you have to bring light there. It is well known that light and darkness are contradictory to each other. As light eliminates darkness, similarly, knowledge, which is contrary to ignorance, can destroy it. This is the confirmed conclusion of the Vedanta scriptures. Only knowledge can destroy the ignorance. And now, next page, we find that another quotation given from Advaita Chinta Kaustubh, is an old text which says, this samsara, superimposed by mistake, is only destroyed by knowledge, which originates out of discernment and not by any other activities. The snake, which is imagined on the rope, cannot be driven away by ringing a bell or any such activity. Only the knowledge about the substratum rope destroys the imaginary snake and its knowledge. You see a snake in darkness or in a canvas, you are frightened, you want to drive away the snake, bring a bell, ring, 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 ring. Snake will not go away. It is not there where to go. But it appears to your awareness. So you have to take out from your awareness. So that is the way. This world delusion, which is superimposed on Brahman, can be eliminated only by knowledge of the substratum that is Brahman, and not by any other means. Any other means they will say you may go to chant mantra, you may go to holy places, and you may go to all these things. They may assist, but that will not remove this ignorance. Ignorance is removed by knowledge. What is the knowledge? Oh, Brahman is everywhere. I see Brahman in different form. And me, I am also Brahman. Okay, so we end here today. And tomorrow will be our gospel class at 7:30 in the living room.
Could I ask a question?
Huh?
Could I ask a question?
Now, let me finish and then we'll go to, because Parama and others have some serious problem in their area, isn't that?
It's okay. I just got notice from the sheriff that it was downgraded from mandatory to voluntary. So that
Voluntary.
means good, we're headed in the right direction.
That's okay. So before I conclude, I want to say that today I got this book, The Eternal Words of Swami Advaita. So this book has been translated long back by me, and it was sitting over in the Advaita Ashram, our English publication center, and it came out in the magazine, English journal, which is called Vedanta Keshari, and sorry, Prabuddha Bharata in the Advaita Ashram. This is the Prabuddha Bharata. So this is the book. Just I got it today. So I have not much copies to give it to you, but it will come, then you will get it. To get a taste of it, you can take these copies, which was published before in the Prabuddha Bharata magazine, piece by piece, and this is a complete. It is in Bengali. There is a book, Sat Katha. It is Swami Advaita Latu Maharaj, his sayings and utterances. But it has never been translated into English. So I thought that it will be good for those who don't have the clear access to Bengali, so it may help you. So this is just to show you that it is available soon when it comes. Okay, thank you. And I will give it away. You can take a sample idea what is there inside. And now let me end it, and then I can go for his question. Who has to go? Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu. Jai Jai. Okay, someone can put it there, and you can take one thing, whatever you like. We'll put it there at the end. Just যেখানে ফুল রাখো সেখানটা রেখে দাও, ফুল রাখো রেখে দাও। Okay, now say.
It's not it's just a nutty question that if the way is knowledge, and we know it is, we gain the knowledge all the time.